Hi there, welcome back to my channel. It's Krista here doing the weekly reading for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Pisces, if you don't already know your Moon and Rising sign, there is a link in the description box along with how to contact me, my book, and the cards I'm using, where you can plug in your information and learn your entire birth chart. That way, if for any reason your Pisces Sun sign reading doesn't resonate with you this week, you can always check out your Moon and Rising readings and hopefully they'll clarify things for you. That being said, I do hope that this appeals to you and you find this helpful or healing. I'm going to do a 3-card spread like I did last week, a central position and 2 qualifier cards. Clarifier is what I meant, sorry. And at the bottom of the deck, we'll have a general energy card. And at the end of the reading, we'll do a card from each deck for additional guidance. So I wish for Pisces all success, joy, and wellness. I invoke spirits of love, light, and beauty. I call upon archangels Michael, Gabriel, Metatron, and Uriel to guide this reading in peace, clarity, protection, and wisdom. I ask that Mother Gaia please bless this reading for Pisces. So you might remember last week I used the Wisdom of the Oracle Tarot for the central spread. I'm using the Medicine Card Tarot this week for the central spread. Trying to keep it a little fresh. I'm also sincerely trying to keep these around 20 minutes long. So I'm going to try to stick to that. Some of them got so much longer this week. But I am trying to keep them fairly short, considering they're such short readings and they are general readings. General reading really just means whatever is prominent in your life this week, Pisces, that is affecting you most closely or deeply is what I encourage you to address with this spread. So any messages you get from this spread, just apply it to the most prominent issue in your life. So that could be finance, travel, health, romance, business, that type of thing. So we're looking at the central position card here. It's the card Rabbit. And Rabbit's key word is fear. So without knowing really what's going on around the central position, I'll just talk a little bit about this card until we get some context here. I do believe that Cancer also had fear in their central position. So there could be, and Scorpio. I'm thinking of water signs right now. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Scorpio had an incredibly strong reading this week. So I don't think that it's a water sign issue this week necessarily. However, that being said, both you and Cancer both have fear, the Rabbit, as the central position card. So there's something that obviously is uncomfortable for you, that you don't have enough information or knowledge about in order to move ahead, that in order to move ahead confidently, you will need to gather this information. You might even need to ask for expert help this week. But also, perhaps most importantly, whenever I see this card, Pisces, whenever I see the Rabbit card, whose key word is fear, I always try to remember that in order to have courage, you have to first be afraid of something, right? I mean, courage is kind of it's a non-issue if you have nothing to get over and if you have no fear. In fact, courage doesn't even exist unless you have fear. So I'm going to suggest that there's a great opportunity this week for you between the 8th and the 14th for you to develop an enormous sense of courage, okay? And again, if this is a larger issue like finance, business, travel, but it could be, you know, health, mental health, intimate relationships, your own relationship with yourself, etc. So whether this is, you know, large or small, a grand or a petite issue for you, this is an opportunity for you to have courage and to console yourself with courage, because you will need to overcome something here. So to the right of the rabbit, we have the mountain lion. Mountain lion's keyword is leadership. So again, you could be requiring expert help, or you could be the expert in this situation. You could be able to help yourself. And we'll look at these up close in just a moment, but the mountain lion has an image here which could be interpreted as one of two things. There is someone behind or something behind the mountain lion that he or she is protecting, or they're just attacking for no reason. If that's the case for you, Pisces, this week, and you feel like you're attacking and there's nothing behind you, you have nothing to protect, you're just being forceful and attacking because of your fear, it's a good opportunity this week for you to sort of settle down a little bit, to take a breather, to even walk away from a situation, a moment, a person, an idea, whatever is causing this type of even slightly, even out of character behavior for you. And I'm going to suggest here that if this is the case and there is aggression occurring, whether it's coming from you or you're being forced to address it because someone's bringing it into your energy, that it's being done so out of fear. So if possible, Pisces, have some compassion, not like that's out of your range altogether. You're a very compassionate sign, but certainly if this is you and you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling the need to attack or be aggressive, and you're feeling fearful, and that's where it's stemming from, maybe be really gentle with yourself because of it. I don't think it's the time or place to be extra hard on yourself or to try to prove something to somebody. Or how I mentioned courage earlier on, I don't think this is the week for you, for example, superpower, like super cape it, like superhero cape it. I don't think that's what's necessary. I think it's just necessary to be courageous in the face of what you feel you're up against, or what you're either protecting or being aggressive about. You might even be 100% knowledgeable about it. You might have all the information. People might be coming to you for answers, input, etc. And you're in an insecure, not very confident place. So those answers or what they need from you, if it's an outside influence, what they need from you is not going to get met this week. So if that's the case, again, have some compassion with yourself. Courage with a small c, right? Like just maybe kindness is another way to look at it. Unless the other cards suggest that you need to take a superhero leap right now, I don't think that's what's really going on. So I'm sincerely waiting for another card to jump. I don't know how long I have to shuffle, but we're getting there. It'll come out. So we're just looking for a third card for Pisces to qualify the rabbit. All right, here we go. So we have the owl. It's a really strong magic energy card. There's a lot going on under the surface here, Pisces. The owl's keyword is deception. It's not necessarily a negative card. It could mean the complete seeing through of all bull crap. If someone's trying to put something over on you, you're going to be able to see right through it. Vice versa, though, it goes the other way. If you're trying to convince someone of something else, and they're seeing through it. You're going to be called on it. It's the card of witches, sorcerers, and warlocks. So there's a lot of magic energy here, whether you're aware of that or not. I just see something interesting on the surface as well here. We have predator and prey here. You could feel like someone's, or could actually be happening, that someone's trying to get deeper into you, trying to go where they're not wanted, trying to see deeper into your fear or your motivations, etc., feelings, and you want no part of it. Maybe just make that known right now instead of reacting to it. It could be as simple as saying, I want to do this. I know this is important. I'm just going to ask for a little bit of time, or can we split it up? Or can you have some more patience with me? Okay, that could be one way of handling that very, very strong energy this week. Okay, Pisces. We're also looking at the central card being prey to both of these influences on either side, both the mountain lion and the owl. So you might feel literally cornered this week. So it's an awful feeling, and if that's what's going on, I'm really sorry. I really believe that if that's the case, though, and you tell someone in an honest way, in a very sincere and in a kind way, that now's not the time, can we put this aside, I just need a little bit of space, etc., I think everything will work out for the best that way, particularly if you're not ready. On the other hand, if you're ready to take the bull by the horns and you're ready to enact that sort of small c courage this week, this could be the impetuous that gets you there, okay? You might need this little shove. So at the bottom of the deck for general energy, Pisces, we have the frog. Its keyword is cleansing. So this could very well be extremely old, even bottled up energy that needs to be released in order for you to heal from something. No one wants to live in fear. No one wants to be there, okay? It's actually not a natural state for the human condition. Human beings are not naturally fearful. Newborns are fearful of two things: being completely alone and falling. If these two really ancient fears are what's going on right now, you probably need exceptional guidance and assistance. If that's the case, please reach out and get it. Don't be afraid to even ask for help this week, Pisces, okay? If that's simply what's going on, please just let someone around you who knows you understand that's what's going on, and I promise they will come to your aid. They will help you. There's no need to live like this, okay, if that's what's going on. Also, if this is something going on that you feel you could be adding to, if it's an existing condition or situation and you're sort of mulling it over in your mind or emotional world, sort of creating extra things out of it, more fearful things out of it, I'm going to suggest you stop doing that as well. That's kind of a mean thing to do to yourself, and it's just going to make things more hazy and more upsetting. So if at all possible, if that's what's happening, and you even you can identify that you're making something a little bit worse by thinking negatively about it, I'm going to suggest that you vow to yourself that you tear your mind away from that for the time being, even if you need to distract yourself, okay? The distraction is not here, so it's not part of the problem. It could be part of the solution this week, Pisces. And I don't mean like a week-long party or like a 5-day bender. That's not what I mean. I just mean to let yourself be, to give yourself a break. If you have a list of things to do, for example, and there's 10 things and no one is hurt because all 10 things aren't done, do 3, okay? And call it a day. It's a really good time to be gentle with yourself. And even that act, that type of behavior, like what I've just mentioned as an example, is an act of courage, okay? It means that you know exactly what you can handle, what you can accomplish, what you can't. No one gets hurt, and it all gets done eventually, okay? So that's one way of looking at that. Really aggressive, not necessarily bad. Aggression isn't always bad, but again, if there's someone standing I'm going to suggest it's not about someone standing behind you, which is why I'm not even talking about that. There's two ways to look at this. This mountain lion is protecting someone or something, or they're just being aggressive because they're going through their own thing, and that's what I see going on here. You might even be, there could be an element of paranoia here, not that it's unfounded, that someone is trying to do something to you or for you that isn't welcome, or that you're simply not ready for whatever reason. That person knows. If they don't, or if they're pretending they're not, just gently remind them. But perhaps more importantly, you know that they know, okay? Like there's a lot of unspoken stuff here that you can figure out. No one can get anything up on you, but likewise, you can't get anything up on anybody else this week. So if there's a game, if there's a game being played here about intentions or deep energy or psychic energy, I wouldn't play that this week. It could be an element that's driving the fear. It could be adding to the paranoia. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Just be honest and clear this week, okay? So with the aggression here, I think it's really coming from a place of, and we did look at that a moment ago. I think I'll look at it again in 1 second. It's coming from a place of fear and coming from, you know, self-protection and self-preservation. But the opportunity here is to cleanse yourself of those attitudes and beliefs, because I just don't see this being true unless we draw something else that is an aggressive energy here. I feel like if you're able to cleanse this fearfulness, and if you're able to cleanse this aggressiveness, meaning wash it away, let it go, it's not serving you, it doesn't help, it might not even be real, let it go, let someone help you, because you are so much stronger than that. So Pisces, this is a very powerful card. It's also the card of night, mystery, wisdom, feminine energy, knowing, strength, beauty, intuition. So a lot of psychic energy here as well. Perhaps that's simply what's going on, Pisces. If you're new to the psychic realm or to the esoteric realm, this is rather upsetting for you, or you're not figuring out where to place it. Perhaps you literally need some soul cleansing, some smudging, like actual material smudging in your home. Or a general cleansing of something, your mind, your body, your spirit, your belongings. Perhaps there is a negative energy around you or in your home, or that you are dealing with in your mind or in your emotions that is causing enormous upset. And I think this week is the week to slow down, to breathe, and to be in that moment with it and let it go. It might even help to write things out this week. Write them down, to identify them. Here up close, by the way, is your general energy card for the week. It's the frog. They belong in the water, but they also live on land. So this could be a dual relationship, a dual attitude, belief system, etc. You could be dealing with dualities, dual families, dual responsibilities here, but both ends need to be cleansed, okay, in order to feel whole again. And you can ask for help here, okay? Please don't be afraid to ask for help. And remember that if you ever feel like, oh, I'm just reading into things, or that's my imagination, if you've ever encountered, or you are this week encountering what is commonly known as psychic energy, I would rest assured, even if you're uncomfortable with this, I hope you become more comfortable with it, that you are indeed capable of psychic energy. It need not be feared, however. So perhaps that's simply what's going on, and perhaps you don't want that in your life. Well, maybe there's a way to cleanse yourself of that so that you're not aware of that, or you don't have to deal with that. Look to others who have already been through something similar, or a place where I go a lot for guidance, counseling, and learning about new concepts and information is our dear old internet. So if you have no books or people in the physical realm that you can turn to, you can type in some of your symptoms or ideas or behaviors or fears or whatever, however you want to frame it into your favorite search engine, and you might even find a forum or chat group or even a whole website or a book that you've never heard of where someone else has been through this or gotten themselves out of it or found a way to deal with it, right? In a non-confrontational way. But a great deal of cleansing. Another way to look at this card is that there could be a very emotional week. Like I mentioned, frog is part an animal, an amphibious animal, a part of the water. They can't live without the water. So there could be a great emotional development this week that brings up feelings of fear or discomfort. And particularly if you're not used to this. So this is just gorgeous to end the reading with, my dear Pisces. This is the card of milk and honey. This is saying that you have everything you need. Everything will be all right. You are safe. You need not be afraid. If you are inducing some of your own fears or concerns, reacting inappropriately or aggressively, or feeling unsure about a type of energy, ability, intuition, etc., if you are uncomfortable with the emotions, if you don't feel that you're ready for cleansing or that you feel that you even know what that means, this is really just saying that it's not only necessary, it's a means to wellness. And this really, all this means is, and it ain't easy, okay? It ain't easy. But I will say this, whatever you want bad enough, you will have. And if your goal, Pisces, is wellness, okay, in any way, in any general, whatever, business, travel, how, okay, whatever, however this is resonating on a large, grand scale for you this week, wellness is yours to be had. You just need to want it. So this is the week for you to decide, well, am I ready to cleanse? Am I ready to get to the root of this? Am I ready to become comfortable and unafraid, right? This is saying so much awaits you at the end of this hard work, right? And when we help ourselves, we help all of humanity. So please don't feel like you're alone. If you do, for whatever reason, Pisces, again, please reach out. If it's not with a physical person, please look online or in libraries or books. For people who have encountered what you have encountered or what you're currently going through, and I really believe you'll find a great deal of inspiration there, and a great and through that inspiration, you, I think, will gather even more courage because you know it can be done and you know you're worth it. This is available to you. This peace, this luxury, safety, fullness, joy, right? Love, prosperity, everything you've ever wanted. It's at the end of that rainbow. But there's a little bit of tough work ahead, okay, Pisces? So please trust in yourself that you know how to do that and that it's available to you. We all have to, all human beings, all signs have to go through some kind of fire, Pisces. We all do. This is just your fire right now that you need to walk through. I don't think you're going to get to the other side unchanged. I think it'll change you. But I think you'll have a hell of a medal at the end of it. Right? This is lovely too. Friendship card means that new friendships are forming. You might even find during this process that you meet people that you'll be friends with forever who become comrades, not only inspiration for you, but comrades for you. People that are heroes you can look up to, but also that you can say, you're my friend. On the other hand, it could mean that friendships that have been formed over the years or are ongoing might be going the wayside. So there might be upset in friendships over the next coming weeks. But this does indicate at least one new friendship or camaraderie or connection over the next coming weeks. So if you are helping yourself and meeting people in order to give yourself a break and be kind to yourself, I think this is the person or people who will do it. So good luck in this journey, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you take good care of yourself until I see you next week for your next weekly reading. Bye for now.